Hello, konnichiwa, sensei.
Konnichiwa Sensei.
Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi, Profesor Arai.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning,
Good morning,
sensei.
sir.
Are you in campus now, sensei?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Everyone is here now. Can we start? Sensei?
sure.
Sure.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay.
We will start with the welcoming speech by our Dean, Bapak Afdal Kurniawan Mainil. And after that, we will directly start our lecture. For the welcoming speech, please, our Dean of Engineering Faculty, Dr. Afdal Kurniawan. Time is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Noval. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good morning.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone. The Honorable Professor Kohei Arai Sensei, the Honorable Ibu Hera, Coordinator of Electrical Engineering Study Programs, and distinguished college, and dear all students of the Faculty of Engineering, especially from the Electrical Engineering program. And it is a great honor to welcome you all to today's guest lecture on Generative AI by Professor Kohei Arai Sensei from Saga University, Japan. And we all know that Generative AI is a rapidly growing field that is transforming technology and innovations. And for that, we are truly fortunate to have Professor Arai Sensei with us today to share his knowledge and insight on this important topic. And as a Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, we are always committed to providing opportunities for learning and growth. And I believe this lecture will be a valuable experience for all today. And I would like to express my deepest gratitude to Professor Arai for joining us today. And I also thanks all of you participants for being here. I encourage you, especially students, to ask questions as much as possible. Please try to ask and share your perspective and make the most of the great opportunities. I don't know how to open in English. By in Indonesia, we always say it by saying Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, we officially open this event. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abdal, for your kind words. Let me start before Professor Kohei Arai deliver his lecture. Let me mention a little bit about him. This is actually not the first time for him to give a webinar for our faculty. Last semester, he was also giving seminar in which he was explaining about various AI technique that can be used using scikit-learn, if I'm not mistaken. And he was mentioning that one of the method was the best one for a particular study case. Professor Arai was a counselor in Saga University. He's now also an emeritus professor in Saga University, and today he will discuss about generative artificial intelligence, which is a very hot topic in last 5 years, and I am myself very interested in this topic. So without further ado, let us hear the lecture by Professor Arai. Please, Prof.
I'm now sharing the image slide.
Yes.
Can you see that?
Yes, Sensei. Yes.
Okay.
Sensei,
Yeah.
we are recording this meeting. Is it okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. Okay, let's get started. The generative AI lecture. I'm Kohei Arai of Science University. I would talk about the current technology for the generative AI. Generative AI refer to artificial intelligence model. And capable of creating a new content such as text, images, audios, video based on the training data. That is a definition of the generative AI. In the brief history, I will briefly touch upon this. Background of the generative AI capability, cases, as well as the how to create generative AI. These are today's contents. Now, I will talk about the brief history of the generative AI. Before that, we had first AI era, starting from the 1960s to 1970s. In this period, the inference or search based patterns, these are the major topics in the first AI era. The next AI era, second AI era, was started in 1980s to 2010. In this period, machine learning, expert systems, knowledge representations, etc., etc. These are major topics in the second AI era. The third AI era starts from 2010 to 2023. The biggest event was deep learning. And the IBM Watson was created year 2011, IRS VRC. This is the competition on the image understanding and the classifications. That was occurred in 2012. And you must know the city. OK Google, such a voice assistant system was created in this third AI era. Google Cat is very famous. They create the using the 30 million now the YouTube data. They extract the cat image by using the deep learning. That is called Google Cat. AlphaGo This is a Go game. AI can play the Go. In year 2016, in this year, the AI won against the human Go player. That is the epoch for the third AI era. And nowadays, we have the fourth AI era starting from the year 2022, not the 23. ChatGPT. First one was GPT version 1, developed in the year 2018, and the GPT-2 19, 3 20, and 22 3.5 of the GPT was created, and 23 GPT-4 this year, GPT-5. The ChatGPT, you must know, you are using the ChatGPT, am I right? And most recently, the OpenAI delivered the GPT-5. Such this ChatGPT, the performance was determined by two items. That is, the number of the parameters. The other one is a trained data. And as you take a look at this, the GPT-5 has the 15 trillion of the parameters, and learned data, 50 trillion bytes of the data. In other words, the number of the token is beyond more than 50 trillion bytes. Such this capability was occurred in fourth AI era, and the ChatGPT 5.0 expand to more than 15 trillion parameters. That is 90,000 times than the human knowledge in lifetime. You know, the human can acquire the knowledge, the data amount of the knowledge is just 1.75 zettabyte. This is the knowledge of the human lifetime. And GPT 5.0 has the 90,000 times the human knowledge in lifetime. So it's huge enough knowledge the GPT 5.0 has. Application of the generative AI and can be used for the DX, data transformation. In Indonesia, as far as I know, you are going to develop and expand the data transformation in your Ministry of Everything. And enterprise, company, industrial society, as well as the even for the shopping site. And the cloud computing, integration of the GPT, ChatGPT through the cloud computing, and ChatGPT provide the API so that we can connect with the GPT 5.0 by using the API. O1 Preview, O1 Mini is getting more popular, and O3 is getting more popular. Here I have the slide which showing the number of the parameters against the year. Nowadays, year 2025, GPT-5 was delivered, and the number of the parameters is more than 15 trillion. Reached to the 15 trillion parameters. This is the slide which showing relative model performance, human performance set up at the 0, and these curves showing the language understanding,
Bawa lah kalau ya, 3 macam kau bawa ni.
advanced reading comprehension, such and such. In the year 2025, the most of the capability of the AI, the far beyond the
Lah
human.
anak itu tu sebesar apa? Anak Eddie tu. SD, SMP.
SMP kelas 1. Yang anak Henny pertama tahun nak kuliah ni.
Oh.
Nah, kalau dah ini nyo nak ambil UNIB juga. Ini apa ini?
This is the performance of the mathematics and the image recognition. International Mathematical Olympiad and the language understanding capability. These
Itu berenang.
performances are AI performance is beyond the human capability, human performance. So that the AI index technical performance benchmark test shows the all the capabilities are far beyond the human performance. The application of the generative AI, there are so many application fields. The generative AI provide the text, videos, image, software code, speech, 3D, etc., etc. And nowadays, research, deep research is getting more popular. Starting from the deep mind, they provide the deep mind diagrams by using the generative AI. From the text to video, text to audio, text to images, and text to code. These are 4 major use cases: visual, audio, text, and code. And 3D shape generation can be done. I will demonstrate later on. And text to image, text to audio. That means if we acquire the voice information, for instance, this lecture can be recorded by and translate, and summary can be created by using the generative AI. And the software code, bug fixing can be done by the generative AI, I used to use the code generation and the compilation by using the generative AI. And if the code has a bug, then I would ask the generative AI for fixing the bugs, such and such. These are application field, image generation and manipulation, software coding, and video creation, audio generation, text generation, summarization, and the organizational collaboration with the other companies, other industry society, other university. And chatbot, this generative AI can respond so quickly so that we can enjoy the chatting between the chatbot by the generative AI. And enterprise search can be created, so-called RAG, R-A-G, was generated by the generative AI. And the four major models are there. First one is GAN. I will briefly touch upon later on. And variational autoencoders and transformer architecture, which allow us to communicate with the generative AI with the natural language. Attention mechanism is included in, then we can enjoy the chatting with the generative AI by the natural language. Encoder and decoder can be used for the image creation and voice creations. And again, by using the fake data generation from the noise, the data source of the fake data generation is just noise and create the image and voices and the discriminator. This is another network, generation network and the discrimination network. Both are learned simultaneously and getting more clever and clever for both generation network and the discrimination network, so that the AI can use for the image generation and voice creation, video production, such and such. Image generation and manipulation, creating the editing and the visual content, advertising and marketing. And companies like Coca-Cola have leveraged OpenAI's GPT-4 and DALL-E models, create the text, create the image with the DALL-E models, generate a unique artwork using an iconic brand asset, and the fashion design, product visualization can be done by using the generative AI. Now this is the GAN. A generative adversarial network, so-called GAN architecture, is here. As I mentioned before, the generation generation model is a network. And the generation model can create the image by using the random noise. And here I have the real example and the discriminator network can compare the generated fake example and the real one. And the image generation model learns to fool the recognition model, and the recognition model learns not to be fooled. Both generation and discrimination networks can learn simultaneously. That is the generation adversarial network, GAN. Here I have the sampling, real face, and the random noise generation network generate the fake image and discriminator, compare both, and the result of the discriminator is real or fake, and learned again and again and again. Then the discriminator cannot understand which is real or fake, so that we can create the fake image by using real face image. Here's a generation network from the noise to real or fake image. This is encoder network and decoder network. Here I have the latent space representation. So once the encoder encodes the noise data, then latent space representation is created. After that, by decoding the latent space representation, then we can GAN output the real fake image. Next things, text and content creation. The AI-powered text generation becomes increasingly sophisticated, and tools like Jesper is a software tool which allow us to create the text and the content. And in particular, we ask to create the text and the content by using the input keywords. And then personalized content can be created. Akbank is also the software tool to create the personalized marketing message, reducing the content creation time by 40% and improving the campaign click-through rate by up to 70%. So it's very, very useful for the marketing and merchandise. Email creation, marketing copy creation can be done with the generative AI. Here I have the schematic view of the text generation. I'd like to know what generative AI means, and listening and comprehending, forming the response, and offering the response result. Sure, I can give you a description of what generative AI means. Such this text generation can be done with the GPT. AI text generation global market report in year 2025, yearly increasing rate is 20.9%. And this year, $0.74 billion US, and getting large increased 1.59 billion of the US dollar in the year 2029. Leading the AI text generation model. First one is the OpenAI GPT-4, nowadays GPT-5. Google Gemini. Meta create the Llama 3.3. This is the open source model so that you can get all the content of the Llama. Then you can use it to create your own generative AI. Anthropic, this is a US company, deliver the Claude 3.5, nowadays 3.7, offer advanced reasoning, improve the contextual understandings. Here I have the slide, effortlessly create stunning visuals with, these are generative AI created images. Right Sonic AI is one of those. These are the generative AI created image. This is the free. Try AI art for free. Application and advancement, image editing and manipulation can be done. Drag your GAN. As I mentioned before, GAN is used for the image creation. PhotoGuard, AI techniques that uses the imperceptible perturbation to protect the image against unauthorized manipulation. So if someone creates the nearly resemble image, but we can recognize the difference between both authorized or not authorized. Text-to-image generation can be done. Style transfer and image-to-image translation also can be done. AI image generation software tool. The famous software tool is the Diary 3 and 4, and Midjourney is a famous one, and Stable Diffusion is the leading in this research field, image generation, and the Gemini and Image FX, and these are Google provide the generative AI for image generation. Text to image, sim form is a kind of software tools, US company, and the user input a shark that looks like a car, that looks like a face. This is the input keyword or text. Text encoder and the latent encoder, as I mentioned before, latent information after the encoding the data and decoding the image from the latent information sources and create the final image. This is the image of the shark. Looks like a car, looks like the face. This is another example of the AI art. How is AI driving the future of art with text-to-image generation? This is the 10 best meta AI text-to-image converter alternatives. There are so many alternatives. Meta company would deliver such a image generation software tools. Global AI text-to-image generator market. Hourly rate is 14.3%. Nowadays, year 2025, 459 now the million US dollar, and growing up with the hourly rate of the 14.3%. Next thing is that image-to-image conversion by using GAN. This is a software tools, Pix2Pix. Pix2Pix allow us to create the image to image. For instance, nighttime image to daytime image, or line drawings to real image, such and such. The image-to-image conversion can be done. Text to moving picture is also available. These 5 Ricky, Synthesia, Runways Game 3, and VO 2. These are famous software tools which allow us to create the moving picture from the text. Like TikTok, the moving picture can be created with the high spatial resolution, 4K resolution. Now the image can be created. And this is one of the examples. I created this moving picture by using the Pika. Something like this. This picture, moving picture, was created by using the Pika. I input the text from the moving picture, which was acquired from the International Space Station, 400 kilometers above the ground. The camera acquired Earth's image. Such an image can be created by using the Pika. Text to 3D image. These are, again, the famous software tools loading AI Missy, AI stable point aware 3D, alpha 3D, such and such. These are the software tools. By using these software tools, we can create a 3D image from the 2D image. I create this. Firstly, I sketch the building, and 3D image can be created, and facial design can be done, and the volume design also can be done by using the 3D image. And BIM, Building Information Management Systems, such as information can be created by using the Cloud 3.7, as well as these to 3D image conversion. Now this is another example. Triple is the software tool which allows us to create the 3D image from the 2D image. Image conversion can be done, and the light illumination condition can be changed, and environment can be created by using the other image, and facade design check can be done with the 3D image. So rotate in aspect ratio can be changed. The application of the generative AI, AI-powered image generation and manipulation, advertising and marketing, e-commerce, content creation, visual reality and gaming, film and entertainment. So by using the more than 10 keywords, they create the scenario of the movie and short films, and then they created generative AI create the moving picture, and the BGM, background music, can be created by using the generative AI. The top application field is the healthcare and life science, education and training, marketing, advertising, media and entertainment, finance and business, manufacturing and logistics, security service, search engine, location services. These are major application fields of the generative AI. And in the healthcare field, drug discovery, 41% of the workload is the documentation for the healthcare field. But if the Medicare people talk with the generative AI, then generative AI create the document automatically. And the personalization is a key issue for the healthcare. Healthcare treatment are different by patient, so that they have to personalize the generative AI. Healthcare, medical diamonds, telehealth, medical robots, hospital management, clinical decision support, clinical trial, public health management, cyber security, personalized healthcare. These are major topics for the AI, generative AI in healthcare. The AI agent reduced 35% of the working time for healthcare staff. And 41% of the healthcare staff can be reduced by using the generative AI. Clinical medical research, medical imaging, clinical workflow. These items can be done with the help from the generative AI. The top healthcare technique trend, first one in healthcare, telemedicine, blockchain for the supply chain management, and internet, medical things, IoT, IoMT, and genomics focus on the mental health, advancement of the robotics, 3D printing in healthcare. And these are top 8 of the healthcare technology trend. Such healthcare market share, market growth. This year, 2025, $2.1 billion of the US dollar, and the hourly rate is 37%, so rapidly growing. And more than 40% of the increase in a year, so 37 to 40% annual rate. Next things is the education application. Khan Academy is the personalized tutoring systems provider using the GPT-4 provide personalized learning, and the custom lesson plans can be created by the generative AI. One of the specific key of the education utilizing the generative AI is a personalized learning can be done with the generative AI utilized education. Adjust the content difficulty based on the student performance. Drill test the test result. Adjust the difficulty. Such treatment can be done by student. Create tailored study plans. Newton is the famous tools platform for personalized learning. Generative AI powered, personalized, and adaptive e-learning platform they provide. Intelligent tutoring systems, Carnegie Mellon Learning Math Sphere tells the student for math tutoring for middle and high school students. This system mimics human tutors, and automated grading and assessment can be done with the generative AI. The courseless AI grading system is 900 times faster than human graders. The classroom management and support chatbot chatbot can be used for providing the instant support to students. Lesson planning, aligning the contents with the curriculum standard, speech to text, text to speech platform can be used for underneath of this speech to text, text to speech. There is the generative AI. Emotion recognition can be done so that if the student taking the examination test, confidence level can be recognized by using the generative AI, so that if the answer is correct, but confidence level is not so high, such and such. Sentiment analysis can be done with the generative AI. Content creation, so that the customizable lesson outlines and learning materials, learning content can be created interactively, like videos, quiz, and simulations. AI-based learning platform, there are so many functionalities, integration and cognitive insight, real-time questions, and detailed coaches and content analysis, such and such. And the key things for this is the personalized, tailored systems can be created with generative AI. Financial services, move on to the financial. Fraud detection is very important for the financial services. Can be done with the generative AI. Stripe, this is a company, US company, are using the GPT-4 for advanced fraud detection in financial transactions, automated documentation. Lemonade is another company use the AI to generate a policy document in real time based on the customer data, so that the investment reliability of the customers can be evaluated by using the generative AI. This is the natural language processing and cognitive computing in the machine learning used for the communication with the customers. Customer recommendation can be created, and the algorithmic trading can be done with the cognitive computing, such and such. Risk management and credit scoring. As I mentioned before, the AI model analyzes the borrow set of the data point, including spending patterns, social media activities, and the real-time transaction history. By using all these data, they evaluate. Generative AI evaluates the customer's reliability. Accurate credit score, risk management can be done with the generative AI. Predictive analysis. Analytics makes us to improve the productivity of the company. In the company, enterprise, industrial society needs the real-time decision-making. That is very important, getting much more important productive model to create a forecast market movement, and AI simulator can be used for predict the future sales and number of the guests, number of the customers, such and such. And in this field, the personalized customer experiences, UX, is very important. Tailored financial service can be done with the generative AI. Personalized, tailored. Chatbot and the virtual assistants are there, and ensuring ethical use of the AI and addressing the potential biases in algorithms. AGI in financial services. Market growth is shown in this slide. Year 2025, 24.62 billion of the US dollar. The market will be increased with the hourly rate of 33.1%. Big growth. Manufacturing and maintenance. Let me move on. The predictive maintenance can be done with the generative AI. Blue Scope, US company, are using the AI-driven platform to predict equipment failure or schedule maintenance. So IoT sensor tells us the current status of the systems, equipment, and generative AI predicts the maintenance requirement and time for the failure. Supply chain optimization can be done with the generative AI. Supply chain management can be done. AI in manufacturing, predictive maintenance, as I mentioned before, quality assurance, order management, chatbot communication with the customer, and streamlined paperwork, and the new product development. So users experience from feedback by using these new product development can be planned. Supply chain management, such and such. Manufacturing market is here, year 2025 to 34. And as I mentioned before, around the 30.31% of the hourly rate, this market will be increased. AI market size, hourly rate, the 31.2, the market will be growth. Customer service. Bank Sobadale is a US company using AI-powered visual assistant systems, which can handle the increased customers' inquiries, enabling self-service common queries, compliant resolution. Most of the mega bank in Japan uses the generative AI for customer complaint resolution. The technology ability to learn pattern, generate the create content, and provide a personalized solution to the customers. Top 12 is the customer experience, UX. Productive analysis is the key issues for the enterprise and even for our university, using the latest technology, hyper personalization, employees experience and the user experience, customer view, and the voice commerce, voice video marketing, and the augmented reality, automation, the chatbot, and some others. AI-powered customer interactions. 65% of the business plan to expand their use of AI in customer experience over the next 12 months. And 195% of the customer interactions can be done with the generative AI. Rest of 5%, the human stuff have to be done. 73% of the shoppers believe the AI improves their experiences, while 80% report positive interactions with the AI tools. Intelligent virtual assistant and chatbot, also virtual assistant, voice assistant systems, chatbot are used for the personalized experience, user customer experiences. Chatbot can handle multiple inquiries simultaneously. And the multilingual. Nowadays, Indonesian language, Japanese language, English, some other languages. Translation can be done easily by using the generative AI. Gartner forecasts that conversational AI will reduce the contact center agent labor cost by $80 billion by year 2026. Hyper-personalization, tailored experiences, considering the preference, past interaction, and real-time behavior by using these data, the interaction can be done human customer by customer. The generative AI customer service market year 2025, 0.66 billion of the US dollar, increasing rate, hourly rate is at 28% around. Yes. Move on to the code generation and the refactoring. Amazon Q, you must know that famous company, code base and troubleshoot issues can be done with the generative AI, reducing the coding issues resolution time by 30%. So 30% faster than the human code generation. Automate the refactoring. There are so many software tools which allow us to refactoring the generated code. These are the name of the AI. PyTorch is one of those. And the code generation, documentation, web application builder, text to SQL, etc., etc. These are code generation, web application, text to SQL, and the documentation. OpenAI Codex and ChatGPT is one of the software tools which allows us to create the code across the multiple languages. GitHub Copilot is very famous. I used to use real-time code suggestion and act as an AI peer programmer. Kuliah Umum, Tab 9, Code T5. This is the refactoring tools. Kuliah Umum, GitHub Copilot. These two are common for both refactoring and code generation. Other than that, CodePow, Tab 9, SonarQube, and Code.t. Example of the generative AI utilization of the industrial society in Japan. Mitsubishi UFJ Bank reduced the monthly work hour by 220,000 hours. Panasonic Connect AI assistant to generate answers corresponding to individual issues. Takenaka Corporation creates the RAG, as I mentioned before, retrieval augmented generation, knowledge-based systems can be created by using the generative AI. Asahi Steel, Japanese company, summarize the past cases and point to note. So the dangerous action or the dangerous behavior, such past cases are memorized in the knowledge-based systems and using these knowledge to the other division. Line is a Japanese company using GitHub Copilot to generate code. Obayashi Corporation is a construction company in Japan, multiple design idea for building based on the sketch. Parco is a department store advertising video, narration, and BGM. Obayashi Corporation. If I draw the sketch, the generative AI generates the 2D image such and such. The create design that human would never think of becomes possible. Line create the software code. AI assistant is used for the Panasonic Connect. And this one here is the AI as to provide the guide for users on how to improve the product quality through chatting. And here's Itoen, Japanese tea, bottlers tea company, web content creation. This poster created by generative AI, character catch copy, and this lady is not a real human. AI created ladies. MIDI is a company, financial advice services are available from the line chat screen. And the Takenaka construction company create log so that all the internal information and the from the outside of the company, they gather the information and provide create the knowledge, and the knowledge can be shared with the company staff. After he steals information extracted from the list of the horizontally developed items that include the past cases and the point to note. This is the poster of the particle department store. They create the music and ladies and the narrations and videos. The worldwide generative AI market is growing with the hourly rate of 3.37% global generative AI market. And this is a comparison between the global and Japan. Private investment in the generative AI is rapidly growing. 5 US company, you know the GAFA, 66 trillion of the yen is the investment. On the other hand, 173 Japanese company invest just 15 trillion yen a year. But we have to care about the AI incidents. The number of the incidents caused by AI is also getting increased remarkably, so that we have to care. Generative AI issues, spread of misinformation, copyright issues, private violations, security issues, impact on the employment. They are losing the job. AI replacing the human jobs. Ethical issues, inaccurate information, so-called hallucination. Sometimes generative AI tells a lie, so you have to care. Recheck the generative answer, I recommend. How to create the generative AI? Here I have the flowchart of the generative AI. First one, input layer, data input, process, and the learning systems input the data, model architecture here, and optimizer, and loss function is a very key issue for the learning model. And that computing resources, we need GPU, TPU, and memory and storage systems, and the inference pipeline. We have to create tokenizer, inference engine, post-process, and generate result and feedback to the users. This is the flow of the creation of the generative AI. Major components: input layer, data input and data cleaning and cleansing, normalization and format conversion is required for. Learning process, model architecture, we have to determine. Optimizer, Adam and SGD is a famous one. Loss function, you have to create the loss function. And GPU, TPU, memory, storage, encoding input data, trained data model, and shaping and filtering for inference pipelines. Output layer, then we can create the generative AI. There are so many web applications by using with the generative AI, so-called chatting, illustration, voice assistant systems, emotion recognition, search engine, knowledge engine, search engine, image manipulation, avatar creation for metaverse, recommendation systems, music composing arrangement, etc., etc. There are so many applications. Although these are convenient, but we have to care about the following risks: hallucination, accountability, bias, privacy, security, ethical, and social issues. That's it. Thank you for the listening.
Thank you very much, Professor Arai.
Yeah.
That was very comprehensive. So many part of the generative AI has been discussed by Professor Arai. Now is the time for any students who would like to ask about any part of the presentation. You are welcome to do so now. I have one question, Professor
Yes.
Arai. Okay. It's about DeepSeek. You didn't mention anything about DeepSeek. What do you say about this new company?
DeepSeek, the impressive point of the DeepSeek company is that open source. You know, they created the R1 and deliver the R1 to the users. That the most important thing is that they create the R1 so rapidly. A couple of less than 1 year, they could create the R1. Do you know why? The reason the sources of the R1 generative AI to the public. So most of the researchers, scientists contribute to create, improve the R1 provided by DeepSeek company. That is a very, very impressive way to create the generative AI. OpenAI, nowadays, they change the mind from the closed system to open science. They provide the source software code to the public. So we can get the information, code, data from the OpenAI site. So they can improve their capability so rapidly from now on.
From now.
Yeah, in the
Okay.
near future.
Okay. Papa Alex, Mr. Alex Surapati, please. Are you want to ask something, Pak Alex?
Are you wearing the cap?
Me?
No, Alex.
Pak Alex.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. No.
forehead. Oh, no. On the wall,
Pak
behind.
Alex. Oh, nggak bisa unmute. Oke, Pak Alex. Can you do it now? Pak Alex, silakan Pak Alex. Oke, Pak Alex ya. Alex.
I can't hear you, Alex.
Hostnya bukan aku kayaknya. Aku ya.
I want to ask you
Yeah.
Oke.
about
About what?
the following risk must be care. The following risk must be care. Hallucination, accountability, bias, privacy, security, ethical, and societal issues. But I don't. Would you like to explain me about bias? It is I think bias. I don't know exactly bias. What is the mean of the bias here, sir? Thank you.
Mhm. Yeah, bias means the generative AI uses their knowledge. Sometimes the knowledge has a bias. The generative AI creates the answer by using the input text or image, create the answer by using knowledge created by the parameter and the tokenized the result.
Yes, I see.
That's why if the knowledge inside in the generative AI has a bias, then the answer has a bias.
Okay.
One of the example is Google. Amazon.com. Amazon.com creates the interview generative AI.
Okay.
Interview generative AI can make an interview with the applicant, and generative AI has a knowledge about the history, past 10 years history of the applicant. At that time, Amazon.com employed the mostly engineer, male engineer. That's
Yes.
why the generative AI made a mistake. The male is clever than the female. This is one of the example of the bias.
Bias.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that the female applicant was not employed, and she fight against the Amazon.com on the court, and the female applicant won the court.
Yes.
Because the Amazon.com understand the interview generative AI had bias, male
okay.
is clever than the female. That's why. That is one of the good example for the bias we have to care about.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. I am more clear about the bias in your picture or in your text. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Welcome. How about another question? Mr. Afan, maybe?
Okay. Okay. Thank you for the explanation, Sir Kohei Arai. Izin untuk bertanya, Pak. For your explanation earlier that a bias question or bias prompting could lead to the bias answer or bias response. Could you suggest us about the perfect question or perfect prompt to create the perfect answer from the using of this AI? Thank you, sir.
Don't trust the generative AI. The hallucination or misunderstanding, violate the copyright, bias, and black box problem, accountability. We have to care about so many things about the answer generated by the generative AI. So generative AI is very, very useful and convenient to use to create the document, create summary, create image, movie, videos, 3D constructions, such and such. Very convenient, very easy. But we have to care about the final slide says all the items. There are so many risks, so that I recommend you to use the generative AI answer is just a candidate, not to trust 100%, and reconsider by the user and create the correct answer derived from the generative AI. Generative AI answer is doubtful, not reliable. That's why I strongly enhance that human-centered society is our goal. That
Okay.
means, generative AI is just a tool.
Okay, Professor Arai, I have another one.
Yeah.
How to use AI, generative AI in education? Because I sometimes ask the students simply give the question to AI, and then student simply copy paste it and give the answer back to me. So it's kind of usually in my time, maybe we go to Google, find this, whatever we are asking, and there are many websites, and we read a number of websites, and then we write paragraphs to as an answers to the question. But nowadays with ChatGPT, DeepSeek, it is highly possible that students simply copy paste the question, give the question to AI, and AI will give some text, and they simply copy paste it again and considering the question answered. What do you think about that possibility?
Yeah, that's why I said the answer derived from the generative AI is just a candidate, and the student has to rearrange the answer, correct the answer by using the human creativity. They have to be creative. There are software tools which allow us to recognize which portion of the text was created by generative AI. For instance, OpenAI provides the software tool. So by using such software tools, we can recognize which portion of the text was created by generative AI, and the rest of the text were created by human, such and such. Image also, we can recognize which is fake, or which is fake or real. Such a discrimination software tools are there. So by using the student report software tools to recognize the percentage ratio of the text generated by generative AI.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Arai. I will try to follow that. And I hope my students also who are actually listening to your advice just now also learn to treat AI as a helper, a candidate for their final answer.
Yeah, always I strongly enhance the students. Sometimes generative AI provides the answer, including the copyright products or privacy content. So students have to care about the violation of the copyright and privacy issues in the answer report, which includes the copyright products or privacy violations. So that another enhance to the student is that don't input your privacy data into a generative AI. The provider of the generative AI can gather the information you provide, so that if you input your privacy issues to the prompt in the generative AI, then generative AI uses your privacy information for the output to the other person, other users. So don't input privacy, copyright is product to the prompt of the generative AI. That is another recommendation to the students.
Okay. How about this scenario? I have a picture of myself using this dress, and I would like to ask AI to make another picture of me, but I'm using a suit, very expensive one. So, will that be a kind of danger to my privacy or not?
Yeah, privacy has the, for instance, if you have the smartphone has the location information, so that the when you enter the restaurant, then the smartphone tells your location. That is the another privacy information. The suit, shirts, wearing the suit, and such a privacy information. Someone, a specific person wearing the brand suit or jacket, such a privacy information can be, if you use the image-to-image generation of the generative AI, then such a privacy information is inputted to the generative AI.
Okay. Okay, everyone, do you have more questions? I'm hoping there are 2 or 3 students should ask also. Apakah ada yang mau bertanya, mahasiswa? Banyak ini, kesempatan bagus. Fajar?
Iya,
Okay,
Pak.
please, Fajar.
Good morning, Professor Arai.
Good morning.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Fajar Ramadan, a 3 years electrical engineering student at the University of Bengkulu. I would like to ask about cyber security. AI has the capability to perform phishing, create deepfakes, and even program malware. Do you think this poses a significant threat to cybersecurity? And what are your thoughts on this?
Yes. It's not easy to discriminate the phishing site. By using the software tools, we can not 100%, but some of the phishing site can be identified by using software tools. So cyber security, software tools, most of the software tools recognize the pattern. For instance, network access pattern, or data uses pattern, or port using pattern, such and such pattern can be recognized by the AI. And fake image can be recognized by using the AI. So not of 100%, but some of the phishing sites can be recognized. Now, this is a research issue, still. Not the commercially available software tools are there. Are you interested in to create such a software tools for recognizing the phishing tools, or recognize the pattern, access pattern, network use pattern, and port scanning pattern, such and such. If we create such a recognizing software tools, then we can find out such a attack rapidly.
So it is still open.
Yeah, still open. Not concluded yet. Still ongoing.
Professor Arai, how about Bitcoin? Can you explain more about it?
Bitcoin. In the metaverse world, the Bitcoin is a famous virtual coin. The most of the users would like to predict the trend of the Bitcoin values, but no one can predict 100%. What
Bitcoin is
aspect of the Bitcoin are you asking?
actually it's more about the underlying technology, which is blockchain. I think many of us are not understanding the meaning of blockchain properly. Maybe you can help us to understand better about blockchain.
Yeah. Blockchain technology, the hash function or hash value with the data sent to the other site. Other side get the data with the hash value, then send the another value, another site with the data and hash values. That is the principle of the blockchain. So that if someone modify the data, but by using the hash value and data, we can find out which is the site of which the hash value was changed or data was changed. Such a identification algorithm can be done in the blockchain technology. And Bitcoin, we can use the Bitcoin in the virtual space and can be changed to the real space, the same value of the Bitcoin by using the blockchain technology. W3C, Web 3.0 is a distributed website society. Is now ongoing project to create the 3.0, Web 3.0 by using the blockchain technology. Bitcoin, Ethereum is a sandbox, such and such, or just the virtual value, virtual money value of the in the virtual space. The most important thing is the virtual value can be transferred to the real value in the physical space. That is an important thing. Is that an answer to your questions?
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much, Prof. Arai. How about another participants? Do you still have more questions? Ibu Hera, please.
Thank you, Prof. Arai. My name is Hera. I want to one question. Are the result of generative AI shows the real? How many percentage of levels of trust from the result generative AI? Especially for picture to video, like photo of someone to become a video, especially photo from the past, like a photo or statue become a video. How many percentage of level of trust from the result of a generative AI? Maybe the question, Prof.
Thank you for your questions. Trust level from image to moving picture, video. Trust level is not so high because we can recognize the which portion is real and which portion is not real. And the software tools allow us to recognize the percentage ratio of the image portion. Now the video. Video generation can be done with the from the image, and image can be used for the prediction. And the predictive image, once the predictive image is created, then the middle of the frame can be created for it. That's why moving picture, video will be created after all. And the trust level of the video, we can recognize the percentage ratio by the generative AI, so that the percentage ratio of the real image and fake image can be recognizable. And the percentage ratio of the real and fake is around the 50%. So I don't trust the generated video. Trust level is not so good. Did I make myself clear?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Pak Nopal.
Oh,
Pak
Mr.
Nopal.
Alec, please. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the second question, Professor. Can you hear my voice?
Yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you.
Thank you. In my opinion, AI is not it is different from Japan, your country. I think in my country is not suitable 100% about AI because in my country in Indonesia have a big number of labor, have a big number tenaga kerja in Indonesia. This is make influence the number of the number of big labor tenaga kerja in Indonesia. But in your country, you just have a little labor. How about that? Your opinion about that? The labor of in your country and our country, and related with AI. Thank you, sir. Can you catch my question?
My understanding, your question is the AI research level or application of the AI level in Indonesia and in Japan.
Yes.
The first one, research level of the AI in Japan is very low. There is the report of the research level of the AI in the world. The number one is the US, followed by China and the European countries. Our Japan is rated at the 12 highest research capability we do have. And I'm not sure that your research level of AI in Indonesia, but around the middle of the rating. And the application, our country, Japan and Indonesia, will be better to focus on the application of the AI, application of the generative AI, not the creation of the another generative AI, but also we would better to enhance the more capability for application of the AI to your country. How to use these AI technology or generative AI in your country, enterprise, university, education field, healthcare. There are so many applications, as I mentioned before. There are so many, so that we would better to focus on the application, not the inside of the AI technology, or not inside of the generative AI. How to apply AI technology to your industrial society, education, medicine, medical uses, healthcare uses, such an application, we would better to focus.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the influence of the AI connected with the labor partner, tenaga kerja. In
Okay.
Indonesia,
Labor.
labor, tenaga kerja. In Indonesia, we have labor, but in Japan, in your country, you have just a little labor. It have influence. It influence the labor in Indonesia. Your
Baker.
AI make jobless in Indonesia bigger. AI make the jobless in Indonesia bigger, higher and higher every time because of AI. How about your opinion about this?
Okay. I think
Well,
what Pak
sure.
Alex is questioning is about the number of jobs reduction because of AI. Because in Indonesia we have a lot of people,
I understand.
in Japan you have much less number of people, and if AI is applied, and what do you think about the job loss, maybe possible job loss, both in
50%.
Indonesia or in Japan?
50%. You know, according to a report from the EU, OECD tells us that around the 50% of the job will be replaced to the AI. That is the same to the Japan and Indonesia. We are losing the 50% of the job, human job, replaced to the AI. But in our country, Japan, the population will be decreased remarkably. The year 2060 will have the half of the population. Will have half against current population, so that we need to use the AI to overcome the decreasing the population. In your country, your population is gradually increased.
Yes.
So that productivity of the human have to be increased in your country as well as the Japanese, so that the AI technology have to be used for your increasing now the productivity, education, healthcare, industrial society, productivity have to be increased, improved. That's why AI technology is getting more important for our country, Indonesia and Japan.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Professor Arai. Actually, our moderator, Sir Navalio, is still reconnecting because there was a problem in the connection.
Wow.
Yeah. So we can wait for Sir Navalio to reconnect to this Zoom.
Okay.
If any question from the students or lecturers, Rida and Uni. Wait,
Hear you.
Termute, masih termute.
Rida and Uni, please unmute first.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Kohei Arai. My name is Rida Rahma. I want to ask you about the generative AI. I know AI can make it my life easy because I can searching and making everything I want from generative AI. Maybe I want to asking about the art, about music, because right now, I think everyone can make it new song, make it poster or etc. With generative AI. So I want to asking about art, about music, and I think I always think about the meaning of art or music. I think the meaning of art or music is pure. I think art or music has its own representation of its artist. If AI exists, will it eventually eliminated the essence of art itself? Besides, because AI is accessible, can be accessed by everyone, can access by me, by my friends, or by my friends. So AI can be accessed by everyone. Everyone can. I think everyone can be an artist because of that and because many people make new song, make poster design from AI. So I want to asking about that. So what will happen to the real artist? What about the originality of ideas? What is the influence and how can we overcome this? What about this problem in your country and what do you think about that? Thank you, sir.
Okay. Firstly, I would say that if you create the music or art, image art or videos, once you create the video by using the generative AI, the copyright is owned by you, user. This is the first thing I have to mention. And originality of the new song, new music, new art, that totally depends on the generative AI itself. As I mentioned before, sometimes we cannot understand the ideas, but generative AI stimulate our brain or our creativity or our originality. Generative AI is such a software tools. Yes, they means generative AI create the image, song, audio, voices, but we can just stimulate our originality, our imagination, or our ideas on the image, art, and voices, music. That's it. Not that totally reliable and original image and songs and digital art, etc., etc. And once we create the images, music, songs, then we can modify it arrange it and create the another music, another voices, another digital art. But the important thing, we can recognize the image was created by generative AI can be recognizable by using the software tool which allow us to distinguish between the real one and the imitated one. Such a software tool are there. So it's difficult to insist on the originality of the created art product by the generative AI. And the recognition precision, accuracy is around 50%. So we can recognize which is real and which is generated by the generative AI with the 50% of the accuracy. So doubtfulness can be evaluated, but not 100% perfectly. 50% of the error, we have to care. And then these products are accessible from everyone, by everyone. So we have to care, much more care about the copyright and originality. I'd like to say the generative AI product is just a candidate of our product. We have to check the originality as well as the productivity, privacy issues, and biases and accountability, and then use it to the public. So that all the artists have to care about these risks. That's my suggestions. Very clear? Oh, you come back.
Yes, I came again. Okay, this is quite unfortunate. We are already, I think, at the end of the allocated time, Professor Arai. It has been a pleasure and honor for us to have your presence this time. So we learned a lot about generative AI, its theory, application, and implication related to many things, including jobs in Indonesia and also in Japan. I think this is about the end of our session today. And I am, as a moderator, thank everyone for your presence, for your question and suggestion. And maybe for the last time, Professor Arai, if you want to have some closing remarks for all of us, please.
Yeah. As I mentioned before, I have to emphasize the generative AI is just a tool. The product generated by generative AI is just a candidate. So I don't trust 100%. Trust the product that was of which the generative AI created. And we are not losing a job. The job, the AI, generative AI can be done, then such a job throw to the generative AI and the AI. And we do focus, we're better to focus on the application and the creative jobs. So our productivity will be increased and improved in the near future. That is the message to your country in particular.
Thank
That's
you.
it.
Thank you, Professor Arai. And Dr. Abdal, final remarks?
Okay. Professor Kohei Arai Sensei and dear colleagues and students. And as we conclude today's lecture, I would like to express my sincere thanks to Professor Kohei Arai Sensei for sharing valuable knowledge about generative AI. It has been an insightful session, I think, and we are grateful for the opportunity to learn from you. And I also want to thank to everyone who attended today. I hope the idea share will inspire us to think more about how we can use AI in our studies and maybe future careers. And Faculty of Engineering, we are committed to staying update with new technologies. And today lecture is a step forward in this direction. Once again, thank you, Professor Arai, and also thanks to you who participate today. And by saying Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin, we officially close this event. And I wish you all a great day ahead. Thank you very much.
Okay, this will be a final one, which is photo session. Please, everyone, if you like to share your video, so we can have a picture of everyone attending now, please. Ya, Bapak Ibu, mohon videonya, kameranya diaktifkan supaya kita bisa foto. Tolong, Abda, tolong tolong Pan. Screenshot, Pan. Oke, siap. This is the first screen. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Second one. Ready? 1, 2, 3. The third one. 1, 2, 3. And finally, the last one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, everyone, thank you very much. I hope that everyone will also participate in the next webinar series. Professor Arai Sensei.
Yeah.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
You're welcome. Terima kasih.
Sensei.
Terima kasih.
お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様でした。Oh, my. Perfect Japanese.
I am alumni of Saga University, Sensei.
Oh,
Actually.
yeah.
Miara Sensei, student.
Oh, Miara Sensei.
Hi.
Wow.
Thank you, Sensei. ありがとうございました。
Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.